వెనక్కి రండి అబ్బా, మీరు వెనక్కి రండి భాస్కర్ గారు. చూసుకోకుండా ఎప్పుడు మాత్రం మీ మాట ఎవరు
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
బాబు చెప్తారా మీరు పక్క వచ్చేసేయాలి ఇక.
शुभोदय. आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव, the eve of 76th Independence Day of the great country, मेरा भारत महान. We have completed 76 years of independence and forging ahead to Shata Varshikotsav, the centennial celebrations of our independence. My dear friends, my hearty greetings to all of you on behalf of the President, Secretary and the trustees of Sarvodaya Trust for a happy Azadi ka Amritotsav and the eve of Independence Day. Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji, an economist, advocate, a writer, Kalinga Ratna, and a man from the family of freedom fighters and warriors. I extend a warm welcome, sir, to you, to this great function which will go a long way in the annals of the history of these parts of the country in particular and the whole nation in general. I now welcome our revered Special Chief Secretary of the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. Rajat Bhargav, a Master of Sciences in Technology, a doctorate in Geoengineering, a Master in Business Administration, and Bachelor of Arts, and above all, a naval administrator. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. I now take the pleasure of welcoming our own President, Dr. G.V. Mohan Prasad. He is a physician, a radiologist.
Beloved, most respected and honorable Governor, sir, respectable Dr. Rajat Bhargava sir, dear Secretary of Sarvodaya Trust, Motkur Venkateswara garu, dear Trustees, Sri Mandali Buddha Prasad garu, Dr. M.C. Das garu, and the only freedom fighter in this gathering, Srimati Manorama garu, who came all the way from Hyderabad and is around 95 to 98 years old. We welcome her. Freedom fighters, the other trustees of Sarvodaya Trust, the families of freedom fighters, guests, student friends, NCC cadets, ladies and gentlemen, I offer my hearty greetings to all of you for a happy Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav on the eve of Indian Independence Day. My best wishes to all the people present here. Although we have been celebrating independence every year with great joy and enthusiasm, I hope that our future generations will also continue to celebrate our Independence Day in the same way. The sacrifices of freedom fighters brought us independence 75 years ago, and now we are stepping into the 76th year and heading for the Azadi Ka Shatavarshikotsav. On this occasion, the state government, the Indian government under the Prime Ministership of Modi ji has given a call for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and the state government is spearheading this cause and celebration, and our beloved guest of honor, Sri Rajat Bhargava ji, is in charge of this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations all over the state. And sir, we are proud that you are beating all the earlier records of all the states, and also our Andhra Pradesh today stands almost among the top few in the country in these celebrations. We are proud that today you are here as the guest of honor. And we have our first citizen of Vijayawada, our Honorable Sri Dilli Rao Garu, IAS Collector and District Magistrate. We welcome you, sir. We are proud that you are leading this cause in the city of Vijayawada, and lakhs of people, yesterday almost a lakh of people, lakh of students have congregated, and this is never before seen in the history of this city. We are proud of you, sir.
His Excellency Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Biswabhusan Harichandan garu, Governor Mohan Prasad garu, Venkateswara garu, Narayan Prasad garu, Adidinga Arjun Rao garu, Mana freedom fighter Manorama garu, Bhaskar Rao garu, Rajin garu, MC Das garu, Vijay Kumar Nagaraju Jekar garu, Adidinga Mana Collector Dilli Rao garu, ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసిన పెద్దలందరికీ నా నమస్కారం. ఇది చాలా హ్యాపీ. ఈరోజు సర్వోదయ ట్రస్ట్ ద్వారా ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆజాదీ కా అమృత్ మహోత్సవ్లో అధికారికంగా ఒక మహోత్సవంలో జరుగుతుంది. మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి మేము ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్ అంటే గుర్తుపెట్టి వాళ్ళ గురించి ఆలోచన చేస్తున్నాం. దీనిలో ఏంటంటే ముఖ్యంగా నేను రెండు మూడు విషయాలు చెప్తాను. మేము ఈరోజు ఒక థ్రెషోల్డ్లో ఉన్నాము. ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు ఒక ఆహ్వానం ఇచ్చారంటే మేము 3 ట్రిలియన్ ఎకానమీ మేము తయారు చేయాలి. అదేవిధంగా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు నవరత్నాలు తీసుకొని ఒక సోషల్ బేస్ తయారు చేస్తున్నాం. ఇదంతా అయిన తర్వాత పెద్దలందరూ చేసిన తర్వాత మేము ఎక్కడ పోవాలి, ఏ డైరెక్షన్లో పోవాలి, మేమందరూ ఈరోజు ఆలోచించాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు, అందువల్ల వాళ్ళంటే డ్రీమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. మేమందరూ ఒక డెమోక్రాటిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో ఉన్నాము. మేమందరం డెమోక్రటిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో పీస్ఫుల్గా ముందు ఫార్వర్డ్గా పోవాలి. బట్ అది చేస్తే వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఇష్యూస్ విచ్ ఆర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు గ్రాపుల్? ఫ్యామిలీ లైఫ్, ఫ్యామిలీ వాల్యూస్ అంటే తగ్గిపోతున్నాయి. మేము ఫ్యామిలీ లైఫ్, ఫ్యామిలీ వాల్యూస్ అంటే మళ్ళీ గుర్తు చేసి ఒక మళ్ళీ ఫ్యామిలీ స్ట్రక్చర్ అంటే మెయింటైన్ చేయాల్సిందిగా చాలా అవసరం ఉంది. అదేవిధంగా డెమోక్రాటిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్లో కూడా ఏ విధంగా అంటే స్ట్రెంగ్తెన్ చేయాలి, అది కూడా మేము ఆలోచించాలి. తర్వాత మన గవర్నర్ గారు ఉన్నారు. మొన్న గవర్నర్ అంటే ఆయన నుంచి మేము కొన్ని ప్రోత్సాహం తీసుకోవాలి. రైటర్, ప్లే రైటర్, స్టేజ్ యాక్టర్, ఆయన రాసిన ప్లే మేము మొన్న తుమ్మలపల్లి కళాక్షేత్రంలో ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేస్తాం. చాలా బాగుంది. అంటే ఒక ఒడియా ప్లే ఒడియా లాంగ్వేజ్లో ఆంధ్ర వాళ్ళు చూస్తారు. మన ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు కూడా దీనికి ట్వీట్ చేశారు. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద టైమ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ languages, we have to integrate culture, we have to integrate caste, creed and religion. And I believe that there is no better occasion than this. అంటే ఈరోజు అంటే మేము అందరు కలిసి ఒక ప్రతిజ్ఞ తీసుకుని ముందు పోవాల్సిందిగా అవసరం ఉంది. ఐ బిలీవ్ దట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఉన్నారు, పెద్దలందరూ ఉన్నారు, మేము కలిసి ఒక కొత్త భారత్ నిర్మాణం, ఒక కొత్త ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రం నిర్మాణం అతి త్వరగా చేస్తామని నేను ఆశిస్తూ మళ్ళీ మీ అందరికీ హృదయపూర్వకంగా అంటే నేను ఈ ఆజాదీ కా అమృత్ మహోత్సవ్ విషయంలో అదేవిధంగా హరిఘాట్ విషయంలో కంగ్రాచులేట్ చేసి వెల్కమ్ చేసి ముందు పోవాల్సిందిగా కోరుతూ నేను సెలవు తీసుకున్నాను. జై హింద్.
ధన్యవాదాలమ్మా. నెక్స్ట్ గురే విమల కుమారి.
ఫోన్ చేయండి అన్నకు డౌన్ చేయండి అన్న. అక్కడ
ఆహ్వానించి సన్మానించిన గవర్నర్ గారికి నా హృదయపూర్వక అభివందనం. ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్ గమనించి సత్కారాలు చేస్తున్నందుకు చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. ఎప్పుడు ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫైటర్స్ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని వాళ్ళ యొక్క త్యాగాలను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని ఇప్పుడు భావితరాల వాళ్ళు యువకులు బాగా ముందుకు వచ్చి వస్తారని చెప్పేసి నమ్ముతున్నాను. ఈ అవకాశం నాకు కల్పించినందుకు అందరికీ నా యొక్క నమస్కారాలండి. ఎందుకంటే నాకు కొంచెం హెల్త్ కొంచెం అన్ఈజీగా ఉండటం వల్ల నేను మాట్లాడలేకపోయాను. లేకపోతే నేను అన్ని విషయాలు చెప్పాలని చెప్పేసి అనుకున్నాను, కానీ వణుకు రావడం కూడా నేను చెప్పలేకపోతున్నాను. మీ అందరికీ ఇక్కడ ఆహ్వానించిన వాళ్ళ అందరికీ నా యొక్క హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు.
ఉదయ మల్లికార్జునరావు గారు, శ్రీమతి ఉదయ విమల కుమారి గారు, పరిటాల పోరాట యోధులు ఉదయ మల్లికార్జునరావు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. ఒక్క వ్యక్తి ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు అంటే శ్రీమతి రావి శారద గారు. ఆవిడకి ఘనంగా మీరు ఎక్నాలెడ్జ్మెంట్స్ తెలియజేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ. నెక్స్ట్ మన మధ్యలో వేదిక మీద ఉన్న మన ఆత్మీయులు, ఇక్కడ స్వాతంత్ర సమర యోధుల Sri Venkateswara Raju, the late Sri Venkateswara Raju, who was a reputable freedom fighter. Thanks, Amma. ధన్యవాదాలు. వేమిరెడ్డి శరత్.
Page of our beloved chief guest, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji. Sir.
We rather welcome IAS, Special Chief Secretary, Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Dr. G.V. Mohan Prasad, President, Sarvodaya Trust, Sri N.C. Das, Sri Mandal Buddha Prasad, Sri Raburi Manorama, Freedom Fighter, Bhattukuri Venkateswara Rao, Secretary, Sarvodaya Trust, freedom fighters and their family members, members of the print and electronic media, Sodara Sodari Mayanulu, Andhariki Namaskaram. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in today's program organized by Sarvodaya Trust on the occasion of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, commemorating the 75 years of India's independence, and to participate in the unveiling of 30-feet statue of Mahatma Gandhi in the Gandhi Vignana Mandiram premises. I am glad to know that 4-storied building of the Krishna District Freedom Fighters Association was constructed with a donation and contributions from philanthropists, former members of parliament and others, and it was inaugurated in 1986 by Sri Gandhi, the then President of India, and former President of India, Sri Venkatraman, and many other luminaries visited the premises on several important occasions. I am also happy to learn that the Sarvodaya Trust was established in 1995 for the purpose of maintaining Gandhi Vignana Mandiram and to further develop the premises into a place of educational and tourism attraction. The Sarvodaya Trust has been functioning with the active participation of family members of the freedom fighters and like-minded social activists and philanthropists, and they have also been enlisted as members of the trust. It is heartening to know that public library in the name of well-known freedom fighter Sri Gandhi Vignana is also being maintained by Sarvodaya Trust. 75 years ago, India became free from the British rule on the historic day of 15th August 1947. As a culmination of several movements and struggle for freedom, like Pike Rebellion led by Bakshi Jalbandhu in 1817, the first War of Independence 1857, non-cooperation movement 1920, Dandi March 1930, Quit India movement of 1942, etc. The hard-fought independence was achieved through the efforts of many revolutionary freedom fighters. Quit India movement, you must have known, and that is the ultimatum given by Mahatma Gandhi to the Britishers that he quit India. There are certain people then who ridicule, say, "Are this naked fakir? He is asking such a big power of the world to quit India." But when lots of freedom fighters joined their voice with Mahatma Gandhi and asked the Britishers, "Quit India," there is a great turmoil all over the country, starting from Himalayan to Kanyakumari. People came down to the street without caring for the British bullet. They said, "We want to be free. There is no power in the world which can keep us under British bondage for all time to come." And they did not know that what confidence was there with Mahatma Gandhi. He said that he is a naked fakir, but the Britishers knew who is he. And he had the first right and confidence that India must be free. Nobody can keep it under bondage for a longer time. So I am happy and proud that I felicitated the freedom fighters here. And so far as Sarvodaya organization is concerned, I am also closely associated with them, because we are associated with the Jayaprakash Ji movement, total revolution, and then saving the democracy. When democracy was threatened during emergency, at that time we also joined the movement. And just before that, there was supersession of judges in the Supreme Court. as a junior judge has been elevated to the position of the Chief Justice, superseding three brilliant judges of the Supreme Court, Justice Salat, Justice Grover, and Justice Hegde. And there is a movement of lawyers first all over the country, and being the chairman of the Action Committee of the High Court Bar Association of Odisha, I led the lawyers agitation in Odisha, which became a part of the total revolution for saving democracy. At that time, we all the opposition parties and the Sarvodaya leaders, we fought and we all put to jail for months together. And Sarvodaya leaders were also with me. Therefore, I had long connection with them. Mahatma Gandhi ji is revered as father of the nation for his immense contribution and sacrifice for India's independence. He not only ushered the country towards freedom, but he also became an inspiration for many freedom struggles and civil rights movements across the world. Mahatma Gandhi introduced the doctrine of non-violence in India. He believed that independence was to be achieved through a combination of non-violent movement and non-cooperation with the British. The historic non-cooperation movement, Dandi March, and the Quit India movement are all started under his leadership. Also, the big movement for freedom was fought under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, and the weapon was non-violence. The entire world was surprised that fighting with such a big power like the Britishers, Mahatma Gandhi has chosen the weapon of non-violence, and Britishers have their cannons, guns, all sophisticated weapons to suppress any sort of rebellion, to suppress any sort of freedom movement. But they did not know that this weapon of non-violence becomes so violent that there was a uproarious scene in the entire country, and ultimately they had to leave. And after that, many countries also followed Mahatma Gandhi and had their non-violence movement and got free. Therefore, Mahatma Gandhi is being worshipped all over the world, and the entire world is now remembering Mahatma Gandhi, that he has shown a new path for freedom fight of the countries. One of the greatest Indian freedom fighters that India's history has ever witnessed was none other than Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He was a radical nationalist who disagreed with the ideals of non-violence propounded by Gandhiji. Instead, he believed that only an armed revolt would oust British from India. In his iconic speech to members of the Indian National Army in Burma in 1944, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave the call, "Give me blood, I shall give you freedom." In spite of the great respect for Mahatma Gandhi, Netaji Subhash Bose differed from him, and he said that it is not possible to fight out such big power with this weapon of non-violence of Gandhiji. That is the difference. But he, in a very curious way, he left India and
up to Germany, Japan, Singapore, and remaining Burma, he had his Azad in pause and started, and he said that Delhi Chalo, the call he has given them. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid rich tribute to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose on his 122nd birth anniversary, saying that Subhash Chandra Bose was a stalwart who committed himself towards ensuring that India is free and leads a life of dignity. Commemorating the 125th birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled a hologram statue of Netaji at India Gate, for a grand statue of the great hero, the great freedom fighter, will be installed later at the same place. As I said that Netaji has given that call, Delhi Chalo, march towards Delhi. And in my article, I had written that Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose has now reached India Gate. That is after so many years, when the Honorable Prime Minister inaugurated the hologram statue with a promise to the nation that a big statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose will be very soon built. At Delhi, that means the mission, the call given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the great commander, the great hero of the soil, that Delhi Chalo, it has been fulfilled now. Recently, I have participated in the 125th birth anniversary celebration of legendary freedom fighter Alluri Sitaram Raju at Bhimbaram on 4th July 1922, launched by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi by unveiling a 30-feet bronze statue of Sitaram Raju. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister praised the rich legacy of Andhra Pradesh and acknowledged the confluence of the events of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav, 100 years of Rampa Rebellion, and 125th birth anniversary of Alluri Sitaram Raju. The Prime Minister felicitated the family members of the great freedom fighter and paid his tribute to the Adivasi Parampara. These measures complemented the spirit of Azadi ki Amrit Mahotsav and represents the spirit of Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat, uniting the country as a nation. I have also the proud privilege of participating in that very meeting of the Honorable Prime Minister and pay my homage to Alluri Sitaram Raju. Andhra Pradesh is the land of freedom, heroes and patriots, and the contribution of freedom fighters like Pingali Venkaya, Kanaganti Hanumantu, Pandukuri, Mersing Lingam, Pantulu, and Kotti Shramulu can never be forgotten. You must have known that the Andhra's greatest contribution is this Triranga, the design of which has been made by Inglu Vinca. In the National Executive at Bijawada, he said that Gandhiji, a flag is necessary for the party, for the nation. And he gave the design.
And at that time, there were only two colors, red and green. Gandhiji advised him to add another color, that is white, which is this symbol of peace and the other communities. And he did it. And ultimately, the national flag has come to this day. Pingu Venkaya has kept Sarkha, symbol of Swaraj. But ultimately, it was replaced by Ashok Sarkha. That is a great history. And Pingu Venkaya is a great freedom fighter, and we are proud that his contribution is the national flag of India. To further elevate patriotic fervor, Har Ghar Tiranga campaign has been launched to encourage people to bring Tiranga home and hoist it to make this 75th year of Indian independence. I appeal to the people of Andhra Pradesh to hoist the national flag over their homes from 13th to 15th August 1922 and make it a grand success. Because as you know, the national flag, the pride of the nation. The national flag shows the unity of the nation. In spite of all differences, we are one. The country is one, the nation is one. And to send a great message to the entire world. When the countries are fighting with each other, for nothing. We have taken, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had taken a firm stand that we cannot join any bloc. We don't want war. War destroys the countries and destroys the people. We want peace. War must be stopped. And that is the contribution of this country. And therefore he has said that hoist national flag in this Azadi Amrit Mahotsav on every housetop to show to the entire world that India is one and will be given as one. I appreciate the mission, the Krishna District Freedom Fighters Association, to serve as a nerve center for the Gandhian Philosophy and propagating the spirit of national freedom movement in society for generation to come. Joy.
గాంధీజీ మన మధ్యలో ఉండి సందేశం ఇస్తే ఎంత గొప్పగా ఉంటుందో అంత ఉత్తేజపరిచే సందేశాన్ని ఈనాటి ముఖ్య అతిథి శ్రీ విశ్వభూషణ్ హరిచందన్ ఇచ్చారు. మనందరం కూడా ఒకసారి నుంచుని కరతాళ ధ్వనులతో వారికి మన అభినందన తెలియజేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. బాగా ఒక 30 సెకండ్లు మనం వారికి proud of you, sir, for visiting this place. You have inspired us with your reminiscences.
సరే తీసుకో